Going for the closed guard armbar. One of the key things is that I need to go and break Stefan's posture down. If Stefan's spine is nice and straight and it acts like a frame, if I just go for an armbar, note how there's no way I can break his posture. He's able to go and smash me down immediately. What we need to do is we need to see Stefan's spine as a stick that functions in my benefit. So what that means is that it starts off with a high closed guard on my part. And note how high Stefan's head is. We need to go and make it so that way it's as close to the ground as possible. Once Stefan's head is close to the ground as possible, now his spine acts like a lever because there's so much weight on this side of the stick. From here, I can then keep heavy, lift up my hip, bring my heel over top of the head, and then I'll tap you out, Stefan. And that's how we do a proper armbar from the closed guard with his posture broken and his spine acting like a lever. Armbar from the closed guard done by first breaking down Stefan's posture and then lifting my hip up to maintain that pressure onto the back of his shoulder blades. And then it makes it so that way it's tough for Stefan to counterattack me. From the closed guard, we can also do a belly down armbar. This is largely done by me attempting to win Stefan's back. I'm lucky enough to be able to go and steer Stefan's arm across my body, and then I'm able to go and kick up. For whatever reason, I can't complete the back take, so instead I'll elect to go and attack this arm. I'm going to take my hand that's over top of his back, I'm going to fall back, weave this through as I bring my hip up, bending my knee over his neck. I'm going to roll over my hairline to face his heels. I can absolutely tap Stefan out immediately by grabbing onto his thumb and bringing his hand to the sky. Or if Stefan goes and circles his hips over top of my heels, then we'll go finish the armbar in a more conventional position when both of our backs are on the ground. So that's the belly down variation from the closed guard. Armbar format, we're looking to go and use Stefan's arm against him. We're looking to go and turn his arm into a lever that not only controls Stefan, but a lever that I could eventually break for an armbar. So we're gonna go for the choke, and this acts as a means to be able to go and lift up Stefan's elbows. Because of the fact that he's so worried about the choke, his elbows come up to defend the choke, but then it opens up my knees to enter in. Once I have S-mount, then I can switch my grip. And then I'm going to go weave underneath his knee and then over top. Stefan has folded his arms across so that way he's defending, but I'm leaning so far over that my leg come up, across, and then strip this. I'm going to lean forward so that way my elbow grabs onto his wrist. I can absolutely finish Stefan from here. Or I can fall back, and as I fall back, note how I'm able to go and finish the armbar by grabbing onto Stefan's thumb and then attacking. Note how from here, Stefan is still really strong. If I just go for his forearm, note how he's just way too strong. But if I go for his fist, be as strong as you can, Stefan, it makes no difference. And the reason is that I'm always looking to get as long of a lever as possible to amplify the force and control that I have. Knee on belly and attacking that 180 armbar from knee on belly. Stefan is able to go and push on my leg. This will give me the opportunity to go and attack this arm. I want to turn Stefan so that he's slightly on his side, and then my shin slides along the space that I've created. My hand goes onto the mat, my foot moves into the shape of a J, sliding directly underneath his back. My knee lifts and then it squeezes. For further control, I'm going to lean towards Stefan's nose with my knees, extract my foot, circle this all the way around. Stefan is controlling both of his hands. This is very, very typical. This is no big deal. My far foot is going to go over top of my own and underneath his forearm. I'm then going to create a scissor jack, pulling my toes together, and then I'm going to go extend both of my legs to go and break this grip. I'm controlling his left hand with my left thumb, and then I'm going to lean back against my left hip for the tap. I'll do that again. From knee on belly, controlling with the underhook, my hand goes onto the mat, my knee slides in directly underneath his spine, knee comes up, leaning towards the head, flipping my foot all the way over. Stefan typically will be combining his hands together. My foot goes in between his hands. I'm going to pull my toes from here, extending both of my legs to break the grip, finding his thumb with my hand left to left over top of my left hip, and then tapping Stefan out with an armbar. from the on belly. From butterfly guard, the primary attack is the butterfly guard sweep. Stefan's primary defense to the butterfly guard sweep is for Stefan to be able to go and use his arm as a frame to stop that force and that motion, to place it on the ground. Stefan's capacity to place his hand on the ground is the window of opportunity for me to go and execute the pressing armbar. Perhaps for grip fighting from my butterfly guard, but I'm able to win his head. I put his hand down, but note how right away as his hand goes to the ground, my hand comes underneath the armpit and I'm able to go and capture his arm. Wringing his arm out like it's a towel, I'm going to try and turn his thumb down to the ground. As I turn his thumb to the ground, I'm going to bring my knee up and then over his shoulder blade. When I'm doing this, I also want my hip off the ground so that way I have lots of pressure onto his spine. And then press both of my hands so that way I do an armbar with a pressing motion. We'll do that one more time, please, Stefan. Grip fighting, initiating that sweep, but that opens up the entry for the pressing armbar. I'm now going to go kneel over top of his neck, hips are off the ground, and press for the armbar from butterfly guard.